Hey, friends.
Hey, Gord.
I'm having a good run that I started yesterday. One thing that sucks about Rogue, Tiny Rogues, is the sound that just completely stops working if you turn your computer asleep at all.
I think most games actually break when you go into sleep mode, so that's not surprising, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it's like, well, raise my electricity bill or just have a very a very quiet run to finish.
You could also probably try Hibernate, but that's probably just as bad. How are you doing today, Corey?
Oh, just got back from the chiropractor.
Oh. And did everything turn out fine?
I mean, I'm just post car accident and pain. That's about it.
Oh,
Back and ankle and wrist pain. It just first day like wasn't bad, but it's like after the adrenaline wore off, it's just been slowly. It's like now it's at this plateau, but it just means I need to go start seeing doctors, which I'm doing right now.
Right. Sorry, I didn't realize it was getting worse.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it is what it is. So hey, David, I got the boots that you were talking about. Every step is fireballs.
Was that as ridiculous as as you were hoping?
Oh yeah.
Good.
It is beautiful. I have like an all over the place legendary build though, because I have the Balrog. It's like I have this, like I have an I'm playing the Bard, so I have Unreal the Siren, which is like,
all right.
It puts charm, but charm from this weapon has double the effects. I have a Balrog Hearts, which is like +4 hearts, chest piece, and I have those legendary boots, which is the periodically trigger pain of fireballs. Which this.
But with all that, I presume that your build's going pretty well.
Oh yeah, it's
And
just
you have multiple equipped legendaries.
yeah, and it's just not like. It's like I'm really the jack of all trades carrying right now. Like it's not like one strong build atop of each other. If that makes sense. Because each thing kind of like has their own strength, and if I was building towards it, but like you could do like a big heart build, you know, or you could do a big periodical build, or do a big debuff or buff
I
build.
see what you're saying. Yeah. But because you're kind of split between all of them right now.
Mm-hmm. Do that. Almost there. What are you guys up to? I'm guessing the meat
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
So, Broheim did get it worked out where he can start doing adventure mode on Minecraft. So after we finish Grounded, that will be sometimes an adventure mode run. You know, probably with your mods.
But technically, adventure mode is the mode where you can't break anything.
Okay, not adventure mode. We're talking about the standard things broken.
Okay.
Survival mode.
Survival mode. There we go.
Has you played Minecraft before?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I sure hope he enjoys it.
Yep. Oh, we will. Minecraft has been something that has followed along for a very long time.
I forgot this wasn't an actual power requirement.
Made a mistake and it caused a build that was doing a ton of the sorting to break, and so a gigantic mess ensued.
Uh-oh.
Yep. There we go. That one unjammed. Looks like those are doing their job again. Okay. Disaster undone.
Huh. First time I've seen this weapon. Huh. Oh, as I see, as I got the... That's happening. Okay. Ooh. Man, so I have the permanent potion. So I have that Balrog heart armor. But then I just got the lab coat, which gives a 10% increased damage per potion buff you have. So now I'm like, sustainability or pain? Yeah, 60% more damage is nothing to laugh at.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty big multiplier.
So I'll be down to 5 hearts. That's killing 3 soul hearts, or I'll 6 red hearts, 3 blue hearts, soul heart.
I guess the question is, will that damage boost make it so that things die before they have a chance to hurt you?
Let's try it. I'm going to go after a slime boss. Ooh, hello, deletion.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Uh. Hmm.
Hmm.
All right. Let it be that way, game.
Oh,
I had like 13 eternal dice, and I was trying to get the buff to make it so my two-hander will allow me to still use my off-hander. And I used all 13, and that one did not drop at all.
at least get something decent.
Oh
instead.
yeah, and now I'm on Transcendence.
Ah. Yeah, that would do.
So I might as well add all the power. What's up, my Polish friend? How are you doing? Black dice. I'll check the shop. I managed to change my... Okay. Ooh. Talking about nachos. I'm happy for you, able to make your grade decent. I mean, passable, not decent, passable. Man, that rough, man. I didn't know geography would be that rough of a subject for you. He's certainly evil enough. Man, I have been RNG carried this run.
Hey, sometimes things just work out.
Yeah. And I got that both the Balrog, so both the legendary chest and the legendary weapon in the first area.
Just a blessed run from the start.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you don't want a game to be pure RNG like Yahtzee. Like, I don't care for Yahtzee because of that.
If I remember correctly, Yahtzee at least had some, at least a very, very minor form of
extant.
Mostly about how you where you put your points.
Yes.
It's like the smallest hint of strategy. Like you can smell it in the other room while you play Yahtzee.
All right, I might just have to put on the 4 heart armor. Oof. Actually, did I get the ice climbers? I know. My heart will hurt if I die. I probably need to equip the Balrog. Looks like they're not going to drop any more items, so I need to equip that so I'm barely encumbered. See if I get my 4 hearts. There we go. Turns out I need the survivability. Wait, what? I ran into that. Seriously? Corey? You're better than this. There we go. Okay, I gotta defeat Amon now. Okay. Still one more to go. Same one as last time you're talking about? Oh, I forgot to grab loot. Man, I am out of it today. Just... low capacity. There we go. Let's go to random potion. Ow. Okay, I am not. All right, Char, we got 7 minutes, so we have to go through steps, okay? Ooh, Risen. Yes, please. Eek, eek. You just gotta love the one guy who just, when he dies, he still keeps, like, a ghost of him just keeps chasing you. And there's nothing you can do besides just dodge him.
He's just a bit of a sore loser.
Yeah.
Such a sore loser to go after you after the fact. He has perished.
Okay, another resin for me. Thank you. right. Yeah. Oh, I can use my fully recover. Start the last battle fully refreshed.
Also, how has the Elden Ring been treating you, David?
Pretty well. It's just been a thing to do with friends, you know,
Understand.
as one does.
Man, seamless co-op makes it decent.
Yes.
Until it doesn't work.
Until it
Yeah,
is.
sometimes it's less seamless than it claims.
That's true.
The more people you add to a single playthrough, the more it breaks.
In my experience, it's more. The more people do things without the others, the more it breaks. If
Oh,
everyone's
that
more
too.
if everyone's nice and synced up, it seems to go pretty smoothly.
Hmm.
It's very easy to like. I've been like we've been in the same area and it still breaks.
Yeah, I think the most annoying break is when you're fighting a boss where you could use your horse, and if the team wipes, then most of the time the other people have to leave and come back because the horse breaks.
I've experienced that one, unfortunately.
And when it happens on literally every fight, it starts to get very aggravating.
All right, like that, I beat 16 Cinder with the Bard. Completely RNG carried that time, but I did nonetheless. It is finished. And now I have.
Congratulations, RNG carried one.
All right. Restart the game now so I can finally get my sounds back. Hit play. Ah, there you go. I feel like the movies when the people are just running in the hallway and there's no sound besides their heavy breathing. All right. Leaf time. I'll try the soul scarf. Actually, we'll try hard with the soul scarf. Got the smuggler. That. Oh yeah. And you a crit build with a thief. It shouldn't be too hard. Oh, I don't have to worry about keys. All right, Char, in a minute. So are lucky hits also considered critical hits? Something
What
else?
is?
Lucky hits?
No. It's its own mechanic.
Okay.
Lucky hits are often critical hits because essentially lucky hits roll twice to see if you got a crit.
Yeah, well, that's what I was like thinking is because do they also proc critical hit chance stuff? That's a because the thief on critical hit with primary attack, your next primary attack also deals a guaranteed critical hit. But if I do a lucky hit, would that also proc the
Not unless the lucky hit results in a critical hit.
I see. I see. Okay. So lucky hits proc a chance for a critical hit. That makes okay.
I mean, I guess that's a way to phrase it, but it's more, if a hit is lucky, then it will roll twice to see if it was a critical hit.
Yeah.
And conversely, a cursed hit rolls twice and has to pass both times to get a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it equivalent to having advantage or disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Huh. There is never a Sender 17 right now. I mean, they may add a Sender, like another row of Senders, the latest update, but right now it's just simply Sender 16. That's all you get for the show, folks. All right, these ads are just being quite a little pain. There we go. All right, Char, we're at time, my friend. And looks like you're in a pausable state, so we got to go through steps before any more. Let me know when you like to start the game. Do you want to do a physical game or a virtual game? Okay. You want to watch me for now? Okay. Okay then. Oh. I'm a silly goose tonight. That's embarrassing. Oh, I start off with a sec that makes it so I can have a chance of lockpicking it. And usually it's really easy, and I've never missed it before until that moment. And now I'm like, I'm embarrassed at myself. That's something pretty easy to do. Oh, darn it. And I am getting all the curse to go at this moment too. Fun. Fun stuff. Man, dude, I am taking all the hits. Against one of the most easiest bosses, the Rock Golem.
That's how they get you, is hubris, after all.
Oh. Fine. No, he does that once in a while where he sends the rocks the other direction. That's when the cheese doesn't work. For obvious reasons. Oh, he is... That's the only thing the thief can do is be evil.
Cog wheels. Traps. Belts. Oh, actually there is no belts over here. All being locked.
I might just have to read you. We'll see.
Can't see what's happening with this one yet. Oh well.
Finally.
Oh jeez.
And I only have like 1 point on curse, but everything in the world that can be affected by curse is getting affected by curse.
RNG.
Well, it giveth and it taketh away.
Time for me to start. Where are my numbers at? That's pure dex. Probably. Okay. Got chat. Oh, shots being shot at me. And yep. I done goofed myself. SMGs, well, there you go. Alright. Get my head in the game. Got this. I feel like every time I get dice, I'm like, oh, sweet dice of mine.
Are dice a little bit important for your game plan?
I just love them. I'm trying the Soul Scarf, trying your general strat stick. And so I didn't actually pick up the free dice that you can start off at the very beginning with. So I found them in the wild. Cause like at 16 Cinders, they make it so like the very first 3 floors you get less rooms until you find the boss, and so you really need that control. Otherwise, you're just not going to get anything, and by the time you're at the 3rd boss, you're crying. Oh.
Fortunately, that Soul Scarf strategy has got nerfed significantly since they got rid of the ability to get to attune at the campfire.
Critical chance.
I'm gonna actually have a gear.
I need a range weapon. Going full range. Am I going to be their bullets? Okay. Well, my Polish friend, as always, it's a huge joy having you around. You have a good night. Oh, absolutely. Oh man, I'll take a big swig and cry in the corner. Where's my drink? Did I leave it out there? I probably left it out there.
Justin,
Yes.
if you're in need of food, if you go to the right side of the small farm, there is a ton of hot sirloin of various deers.
Well, remember that
it's like, yeah, it's just nice because it's like pep that you actually inflate a little bit, and it's like super sturdy. Like gives good back cushion. What's up, friend? Hmm.
Oh, the game crashed when I tried to go to hell.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and call that good for me then.
Alright, I'll hop off.
Oh, that's good. Alright.
How's Minecraft treating you guys though? Nonetheless, besides that crash.
You're pretty good. Though we've kind of hit the point where it's mostly just kind of automation for its own sake.
Nice,
That
yeah.
just happened in modded Minecraft.
That's pretty much bigger numbers. That's all you're doing at this point.
Well, that and making it look nice.
Yeah. A combination of bigger numbers and making machines that can produce stuff, basically just to show that I can.
I mean, it's pretty much the equivalent of endgame Minecraft where you just build anything you want.
Yep.
This is building things with functionality for a while.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe I'll see if I can figure out how to automatically craft, automatically generate gunpowder and sand, and then just have a TNT cannon that doesn't use that stupid duplication glitch and just wanders the world blowing stuff.
You ready to play game? All right, let's do it.
Does this work?
All right,
That would have
so
to be a
Broheim
fight.
and I are going to play card game Uno. I'm here. I could hear you guys, but I'll be stepping away a little bit from the microphone.
Alright.
Okay.
I was going to be stepping out and harassing Costco.
Oh,
So,
have
Yeah.
fun with that. Also, if you looked on the T-Mobile, I don't know if it's for you, but there was like a free Denny's brush French toast thing.
oh. Unfortunately, since it's no longer Tuesday.
Sometimes
you
the
can grab that.
sometimes the Tuesday things are still like they still have it open the next day. It's dependent on the deal.
Might as well check.
Do these hurt? No, they don't. Okay. Don't have to worry about high voltage wires again. Alright, and I'll figure that out
Well, anyways,
next
see ya.
time. Yep, I'm also off, by the way.
All right.
All right, love you guys. Peace.
See ya.
Is that what you want to do for the next tournament? It's 2:11.
The books of 1st and 2nd Chronicles. While they're two separate books in our Bibles, that division is not original. Due to scroll length, the book was divided in two, but it was written as one book with one coherent storyline. Now, in our English Bibles, Chronicles comes after the books of Samuel and Kings, and most of Chronicles is actually repeat content from those books. And so most modern readers, when they come to Chronicles, they think, wait a minute, I just read all of this, and so they skip it. And that's a shame, because this book is really unique and important in the Bible. In the traditional Jewish ordering of the Bible, Chronicles is actually the last book because it summarizes all of the Jewish scriptures. The first word in the book is Adam, the first character at the beginning of the story, and then the last paragraph announces the return of Israel from exile. Now, we don't know who wrote this book, but we can tell from details within it, it was produced by somebody who lived a couple hundred years after the Israelites returned from the Babylonian exile. Now, for this author, Jerusalem and the temple were rebuilt some time ago, and as we learned from Ezra and Nehemiah, things were not going well. The great prophetic hope was that the city and the temple would be rebuilt, that God would come to live among his people, the Messianic king would come, and all the nations would come live under his peaceful rule, and none of that has happened. And so the author of Chronicles has reshaped these stories of David and Solomon and the kings of the past in order to provide a message of hope for the future. And we'll see that he's designed this book to emphasize two clear themes. First, the hope of the coming Messianic king, and second,
Hey, love.
the hope for a new temple. Let's just dive in and you'll see these themes all over the book. First Chronicles begins with 9 chapters of genealogies, long lists of names. And you'll read these and think that this is kind of boring, and that may be true for you, but actually they're very, very important. The author is summarizing here the whole storyline of the Old Testament by naming all of the key characters in the stories. And as he does so, he shapes the genealogies to emphasize 2 key lineages. First is the line of the promised Messianic king. So lots of space is dedicated to tracing the line of Judah that led all the way to King David, to whom the Messianic promise was given. And then from David, the author traces that line up into his own day. The other family line that receives lots of attention here is that of the priesthood, the descendants of Aaron, who, of course, served in the temple. And so right from the start, you can see the 2 main themes, the author's hope of the Messiah coming to build a new temple, and it's rooted in these ancient genealogies. Now, after that, the author moves into the stories about David, and most of these are going to be familiar to you from the book of Samuel, but again, there's some really important differences. So first of all, the author leaves out all of the negative stories about David, where he's portrayed as weak or immoral. So Saul chasing David around the desert and persecuting him, the story of David's adultery with Bathsheba and then murdering her husband, all of that is gone. And what's left are the stories that portray David as a good guy. And not only that, there's also new additional material that you won't find in the book of Samuel that shows David in a very positive light. So there's a large block of chapters where David makes preparations for the temple. He arranges resources and builders and Levites and choirs. And not only that, the author also portrays David as a Moses-like figure. God gives David plans for building the temple just as he gave plans to Moses for building the tabernacle. So why all this new material about David? The author's not trying to hide David's flaws. He knows that anybody can go read about them in the book of Samuel. Rather, he's trying to portray David as the ideal king in order to make him an image or a type of the future Messiah from the line of David. It's very similar to how Jeremiah or Ezekiel spoke of the coming Messiah as a new David. This is most clear in how the author retells the story of God's covenant promise to David in 1 Chronicles 17. When you compare this story with its parallel in 2 Samuel 7, you'll see that the author of Chronicles is highlighting that neither David nor Solomon nor any of the kings from his line were the Messianic king, and that when the Messiah does come, he will be a king like David. And so for this author, these stories about David from the past are what sustain his hope for the future. After David dies, we move into 2 Chronicles, which focuses on the kings that lived in Jerusalem. And again, there's lots of overlap with 1st and 2nd Kings, but there are many key differences. So the author has left out all of the stories about the kings of northern Israel, so he can just focus on the line of David. And there's lots of new material about these kings from David's line. He highlights the kings that were obedient to God, and he adds new stories about how their obedience led to success and God's blessing. But he also adds new stories about kings who were unfaithful to God. They didn't follow the Torah, they led Israel to worship idols, and these kings face horrible consequences, all leading up to Israel's exile, a mess of their own making. And so this whole section becomes a series of character studies where the author wants later generations of Israelites to learn from their family history, and so become faithful to their God and the Torah. Now, the book's conclusion is really unique, too. At the very end of the book, the king of the Persians, his name's Cyrus, and he tells the Israelites that they can go back home, return from exile, rebuild the city and the temple. And he says, last line of the book, "Whoever there is among you, of all his people, may the Lord his God be with him, and let him go up." And that's how the book ends, with an incomplete sentence. Now, of course, the author knows about the first return from exile and the stories of Ezra and Nehemiah, but clearly in his view, the prophetic hopes of Israel were not fulfilled in those events. And so this incomplete ending shows that the author's hope is set on yet another return from exile, when the Messiah will finally come to rebuild the temple and restore God's people. And so the book of Chronicles, it's the final book of the Jewish scriptures. It ends by pointing forward. It calls God's people to look back in order to look ahead, because the past has become the source of hope for the future. So Chronicles concludes the Old Testament as a story in search of an ending, and that's what this book is all about.
All right. So, takeaways from the 1st, 2nd Chronicles. Well, it's not saying, like, it's not trying to hide David's, like, faults, because, like he said, like, you could just read 1st and 2nd Samuel. What it's trying to do is trying to use his image like an icon. Kind of like how we talk about, gosh, now my brain's all foggy today. When Honest Abe, Abraham Lincoln, like he's kind of like tried to be like Honest Abe, but now, and that's a really weak example because they're using King David as an icon for the future Messiah. And so this future Messiah will be like this, someone after God's own heart, be devoted. And so then it's always that future hope. Like, here's this long span of kings that have failed. Yeah. And so it's just bringing this whole line that someday we're looking forward to.
Hope.
New temple, right? When the Mashiach is here. Our friend, we can start. And I'll be right back, peeps. What's up, Game Legend? So good seeing you. I'll be right back. but the few times that people have found, you know, life from the material, like I would rather have those moments of shared life with people than have all the views in the world. And then yeah, once you become full-time missionaries, like then I'll start, then I'll have a lot of spare time to go crazy with advertising and really get my name out. But right now it's just setting the groundwork, and then I could really start organizing my YouTube videos and start cleaning everything out. Right now it's just a collage of videos, so you mess. Oh yeah. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. I really cranked it up for the video. I'm making all the mistakes today. I just got back from the back doctor. Is it still too loud? I really brought it down. That should make a difference. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't know if I told you I was in a car accident. I think I told you last Monday. So definitely pray for me as I go through that. Oh god. These are. Finally. Whew. Just some pain. So, working through it. Seeing all the doctors. Getting all the steps. And right now, it looks like there is nothing. Like no bones are broken, as if they can tell right now. It's just probably my body is just going through a lot of shock pain. Oh gosh, I actually hit Q. Try. Ooh. Man, that is a rough story to hear. Oh, cute. What a crazy story. Yeah, actually, the author we read a lot. Don Goldengay, his wife got multiple sclerosis, so she got started out eventually got wheelchair paralyzed. Gosh. A lot of effects. Dude, Santa. Okay, I gotta get focus. Ah. I am all over the place today. Storm zone and danger zone. Ah. Practice charging in. The second one. What's up, Carlo? Yeah, he's playing Minecraft right now. We're talking about I have a friend who are having a deep run. Convo of it perked his interest. Woo! Hmm. All right. Ah. Okay. Man, these guys are chunky. Oh. Hmm. Actually, my first stepdad was in the wheelchair. Had to push him around. I definitely understand having family in a wheelchair. Finally, just towers. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put the oh, this is going to be intense. Definitely going to be playing the chance. Oh, actually touched the tail. Oh man, here's that. Okay, come on, Corey, get your head back in the game. It's one of those days. All right, got this. Ooh, that hurt my neck. Actually, I've heard it's a very popular, very, yeah, it's referenced a lot. Okay. Chance. Do this. Oh man. All right. How are you liking this so far? I'm actually, speaking of classic literature, I've been going through Frankenstein, which is pretty, yeah, it's pretty messed up, but be interesting, yeah, if somewhere down the line YouTube did like decide to block my channel. Man, it is what? Pure garbage. Huh. Okay. I said that's what the other guy said earlier, and I said that'd be really interesting if that was the case. Yes. I'm not failing. I remember someone said they once reported it because, you know, I put it for a game, but then, you know, like those moments where I read, they're like, you're not doing the game, so I'm reporting you. Like, okay. Like those moments where like, you do you. I mean, you're honest, so I imagine like, and you found me random. So I imagine it isn't like not too often. But I don't know. I mean, whoever controls the choices. Or yeah, or it just reality is it just doesn't. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it into Yahweh's hand. I can speculate all I want, but unless there's no facts, it's all speculation. Ah. Hmm. Lucky hit is considered a trigger. I gathered. Are you? I technically don't have. Should I go orbital? Yeah. The sad thing. It's one of the interesting things about the attention span. Like studies have shown that as a population, our attention span has been dwindling. Need bombs. Thank you. Whew. Oh. Oh yeah. Like, you know, like Robin and I are working on a puzzle. But even myself, like I noticed, like there's a reason why I don't think I've ever like myself finished a puzzle. Like when I'm with families and friends and stuff like that, because I'm just doesn't give me the endorphins that my brain is wanting. And so yeah, I'm staying down and say we're going to finish this puzzle. It's a really cool one. It's actually the map of the Hobbit. I'm pretty excited about my choice. All right, orbital it is. Yeah, and I'm hoping when we're missionaries, and so I just have a lot more just downtime, that I'll be able to make a bunch of short little videos from like those little clips of moments where things were awesome. Bluey. So, yeah, you're going to have to reattach her chair within the middle. He requested that I move it. I'll be back, my friend. Oos. Oos. Slap this headset on. Hello. What is BTD 8? I have no idea what that is. Oh, Balloon Tower Defense. Oh, nice. So you play a survival mode. Darn it. Or why not? Why not? There we go. Time to take down the big bad monster. Oh, nice. All right. Thanks, my friend. You also have a good night. And Cinder 16, you know, most of it is luck. I'm gonna get the Galaxy set. Get all the lucky hits. Huh. I just want to pick it up. I'll see what the Dust Talisman is. That's cool. Why not? They're all accessories. Alright, let's just do this and get done with. I'll sell those. Just for right now, I'll just do that. Alright, I'm completely evil. The purest of evils. Here are the witches. Alright, let's get everything orb related. Heyo. Nope, darn it. I'm sorry, man. The balloons get you. The BF probably like some sort of, was it multiple zeppelins? I'm guessing at that point. Here we go. I had to take the 10%. Woofers. Yeah, this one makes it so. Oh. Yeah. Your house? Nice little house. Looks secured. That definitely sounds like Bloons Tower Defense. Alright. 2 set items. Please give me the galaxy. There's a limit. Okay. See now. Oh man. Don't die. Don't die. Woo. Yes. Oh man. Come on. Now I'm guaranteed lucky hits. I'll get all of lucky hit items. Fill these. Whew. Whew. All right, either I get orbitals or guaranteed. Of this. Still not. Oop, darn it! I'm still not used to be able to open up chest. Oh my gosh! What a silly goose I am. Accessory or set item. So every time it goes around, it does a guaranteed charm. It's an orbital, so it does hit. If it hits him, it does hurt him. Ah. There we go. All right, orbital ring. Give me the ring. Aha, yes. Oh, yes. Now it's gonna have guarantee lucky hits. It's all coming together. Because I have, I also have this. Makes so it goes even faster. I've seen things that trigger unlucky hit. Actually, yep, now doesn't matter if it's cursed or not. Up just to sell it so it doesn't drop for me again. Right. Nothing worth my time. Big Chomper is fun. But he's not as good as the Maelstrom. Oh, finally I could sell. Oh, yeah. Oops. The Dock Orb. Now it's cool though, because now every time this thing goes around, ooh, I can't do that. Nope. Here we go. I don't need another set item. Here we go. Epic. Yeah. What's up, Logan? Oh. Haven't got a chance to play Undertale yet. There we go. Oh, balls. Mighty mean senders. All right, breathe. Only have one life. He's critical resistance. Oh, that is mean. Like my build. I thought it was a goner. It's the return. Yes, Char? Broheim is wondering if you're coming over, Logan. Yep, Neptune got me. I do like enjoying this guy, and he just goes at them with a knife. I need bombs. Thank you. Sweet. Yeah, I should not be getting Curse. Curse is super anti my build. Alright, try this. Oh, I didn't miss it that time. Alright, what do we have here? He has a lot more Dex conscience. Now that I picked that up, I'll be back to the Oral build. I feel like those are two-handers. Are the two-handers? Yeah. Should I do an Orbo build, which is guaranteed crit? At least do the money. Let's just collect a good, at least 50 coins. And I don't think I have enough souls for any of these. Nope. More money. You know what? I'm just gonna stick to range. The farther I am, just better. And yeah. Alright, do that. This is nice. Alright. Ooh. Is Prime? He said, I'm not sure. High death is pretty nice. See, I'll take a roll, see if I get something. Oh. In range, critical. Interesting that they're giving me periodicals. Actually, what's hilarious is I might just pick that up just to have the extra hearts. You know, it's just not that rare. All right, crit and range. Ooh. That'd be legitimately 100% more damage once I have. Oh. Like garbage weapon item for my guy. Ooh. I didn't want to see this fully upgraded, so give it a splat. I'm not doing anything bomb related. Oh, a little too close. I want to see the Maxibee. I'm sticking to it. I will not be deterred. Poison is a damage over time. Except I'm not adding MP. That for more options. Sure. Been doing pretty well heart-wise. I'm gonna sell that. Sell that. Sell that at the shop. That don't need. Wow. There we go. I get more companions. Really increase my numbers. As well. All right. Nope. Why not? Do enough damage I can ignore. No, fine. I can't ignore them. Evil. More points. 7, 6. Grab it just to sell. Hmm. I get so excited that I'm just like ready to spam it. Ooh. Almost. Won't clip it yet. Gosh. Strength is just dropping. Ooh. Might say, does it have to be? Give it a shot. That's fun. Nothing here is connected to what kind of weapon type it has to be. Full evil, right? Why not? Oh, that changes things. Goodbye, wedding. Okay. And like that, I just went full evil. Was I already evil to begin with? All right. That changes. That's hilarious. It's not what I wanted. Alright, time to see what the max would be. Net. Did it evolve? Oh, I see. Well, that teaches that you can't, things cannot mid. All right. Catch you later, friend. It is Wednesday, so Wednesday and Thursdays are now the, like, when Bailey goes down, I'll be on. So yeah, if I don't see you later, I'll be on later tonight. Good seeing you, friend. Yeah? Huh? At the usual time? Oh. Oh man, I'm did twice that time. Sweet. Evil. Okay. Actually, since I'm can't get more evil than actually. There's something. By the way, we're at time, Broheim. You want to finish something? Whew. Wait. Ah. Oh man. I need help. Whew.
Sandwich.
You need help heating up your sandwich? All right. Let me know when you like to start reading. Hmm. Black. It's Dragon Breath, but I am going
Look at the
to.
carrot.
I am going to get the money blaster. The money gun. My guy is doing pretty well on money. Watch this. Where you see. Oh, well, it doesn't use money, but its attack speed scales off how much money. Yep, so I'm saving that money.
Do some.
Well, this will make it so. I mean, this is just a money weapon. But I could just go ahead. It'll be cheaper for me just to go to a blacksmith. But I do need. Did it give me any black dice or was it all red? It's all red. Okay.
Maybe not.
No.
I didn't.
I mean, this guy has tons of armor. Hate that I have lucky hit because number generator is not on my side. What's up?
Plastic bag is
Mm-hmm. Grab. There you go. That's pretty OP. Ooh. Oh man. Meat. I can stop being encumbered. Oh, didn't put it in long enough. I'm looking at. Oh yeah, I was looking encumbered. Oh, okay. Whew. Guy's no longer encumbered. It's out. So this one makes so I have a defy. I have a defy death. Oh. Oh wait. I don't want luck. I want all the curse hits. No, I want curse hits. Because this makes it so that more gloom is on them. Oh, what a terrible roll. I mean, if it's literally carbon copy, but if you actually try to make a rogue game with your own ideas, and yeah, but just making a carbon copy, I'll get bored really fast. You know, it's just not your idea. It's just copying what someone else's. Oh, welcome back. That's a quick pickup. Oh. Guess I'll just sell what I'll get the most for. Evil. Here we go. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Body armor, I'll lose out on that. All right. any of this. I don't do repeated attacks. We'll get the spinners. Hmm. That's true. Money man. All the damage there. I'm doing lucky. Wish I did. Wish I did. That was a bunch of things to sell. Wish I had a key. All right, which one is the garbage? You're the garbage. Yeah, it's kind of going. I'll show you what is working against me, which I need a black dice to fix, which I haven't got a chance getting the black dice. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, well, it's because the more gold I have, the faster attack speed. Increases power, but it's not better. All right. Sell you. Money, money, money. I don't like this. Oh man. Oh, one black dice. This one. Goodbye. Sure, I'll take it. Sure. Not the best, but I'll take it. I've literally been getting almost nothing but salad. It's just telling me that I should have grabbed the oh, the fight does save me. Have you eaten everything in your lunchbox?
Yeah.
Have you hydrated? You have? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Man, what another, like, these level rolls have, I don't do anything, I don't trigger anything. Unless it's curse hit, I don't think curse is considered a trigger. Oh. Huh. Well, it tells you that. It tells you how everyone feels about that specific candy if that's the only one left. What? There it is. That's gonna be worth some more. Who wants some money? Right. Oh man. Nope. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. It is pretty ironic.
Wow, the most trash war ever.
It could be worse. This game has been not rolling in my favor lately. I'll take additional movement speed, even though I'm not going to do a set item because I need that. It looks like I don't think there's any more pawn shots here now, so with what I have is what I have. This is what I need to do with the thief. I gotta defeat all. Oh, I don't have ninja. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is not. My build is not I'm getting the DPS I need to not cry. Oh. Keep an eye on the bullets. Yep. Ah. $405. Yeah, we'll go read. Let's read. All right. The last words of David. Oh man, we're getting so close being done with the book of David. Samuel, I mean. You're right. That's funny. All right. You ready? Jeez, so amazing. Thank you that we could take this time and can you turn down the speakers on computer? Thank you. It's being very on the speak. It just distracts me. Oh yeah. When I meant turn down, when I said turn down, I meant blast it.
Yeah, everything you say is opposite, so turn it up.
And it's also like suggestive, like, and not, I mean, it's selective hearing opposite. So when I tell you, actually, I meant turn it up, wanting you to turn it down, you're like, what? The last words of David. These are David's last words. Thank you, King Jesus, that yes, you are the Son of God. And thank you that you came down and became human and dwelt among us. That you chose to step down into the human struggle, the human narrative. You say that the scriptures say, and you nonetheless say, that you are a descendant of David. That you claim your people, your ancestors, no matter how messed up they are, how boneheaded they are. As we read the story of David and his bowheadedness, we thank you that you still say, that's my people. Throughout my boneheadedness, you say, I am yours. So thank you, King Jesus, for saying that I am yours. Please reveal to us what it means, what the scriptures meant to its people, and also the hope that we need now. More revelation of who you are, so it can influence every aspect of our being, our life, our prayer. Because I'm starting to learn that the more I learn about you, the better prayer I become, better at praying I become. I know who I'm speaking to. I know who you are. So please reveal to me, us, who you are. Amen. The last words of David. An utterance of David, son of Jesse, an utterance of the man exalted by the Most High, the anointed of the God of Jacob, the delight of Israel's compositions. Yahweh's Spirit spoke through me. His message was on my tongue. The God of Israel said, the Crag of Israel spoke to me. When the one who rules over people is faithful, when he rules in reverence for Yahweh, he is like the morning light when the sun rises, a morning with no clouds. Because of brightness, because of rain, there is growth from the earth. Is my household not stable with God? Because he made an lasting covenant for me, laid out in every respect and secured. When would he not bring to accomplishment all my deliverance and all my desire? But the evil are like thistles, thrown away, all of them, because people do not take them in the hand. The person who touches them equips himself with iron or the wood of a spear, and they are totally burnt up where they lie. The chapter goes on to give a list of David's warriors and some of their achievements. Even when one makes allowance for the way it can pour, Living in Southern California, of course, spoils you. My son and his family from England have just stayed with us for a week, and they laughed when I apologized that it wasn't so warm. Indeed, this April it has rained several times. Last night, a friend commented, I know we are supposed to be glad when it rains, but what I want to say, enough already. At the same time, the day after a rain, the air is always clear, with the smog all washed away and the mountains looking pure, and in the spring we marvel at the green of the mountains and the wildflowers. You can't have it both ways. Well, you could have it both ways. God can make it rain only at night. Indeed, I was just reading that in Costa Rica, the sun shines all morning, then it rains after lunch. Then the sun comes out again later in the afternoon. But the fact that this is not so everywhere shows, as God points out in Job 30-39, that the world is not actually organized just for our benefit. David's last words recognize the importance of both sun and rain. We don't know in what sense they are his last words. What they do offer is another look at his significance. The poem in chapter 22 was like a psalm. This poem is more distinctive. It is called a utterance, which usually denotes a message from God and thus suggests a kind of prophecy, though not one about the future. The point is confirmed by David's describing it as a message that was on his tongue because God's Spirit was speaking through him. In case we haven't got the point, David adds that it is something that God said, that God spoke. It is thereby marked as something David and or God thinks is really important. Initially, the poem is an objective, general statement. It's not about anyone in particular. It simply declares how leadership is supposed to work, with a ruler being faithful and ruling in reverence for God. In the Old Testament, those are two key ideas. Once more, there's some ambiguity or potential irony in the use of the word faithful. David could claim to have been faithful to God in that he had not served other gods or encouraged forms of worship that God does not welcome. In this sense, faithfulness and reverence for God are not so different from each other. Translations often have fear of God instead of reverence for God, but that's misleading. While there are contexts, did you hear that, friend? What do translations often have it? No, often have fear of God instead of reverence for God, but that's misleading. While there are contexts in which it's appropriate to be afraid of God, for instance, when you have done something seriously wrong or when God has been manifested in awesome power.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'll be over in like 10 or 20 minutes. If I'm back by the time Charlie leaves, are you okay if I stay on this? And do this game next?
I'll think about it. So translations often have fear of the Lord, fear of God, instead of reverence for God, but that's misleading. While there are contexts in which it's appropriate to be afraid of God, for instance, when you have done something seriously wrong or when God has been manifest in awesome power, more often the Hebrew words denote a positive attitude of worship and obedience. In Hebrew poetry, it's common for the two halves of a line to say similar things in different words. This too means that following a reference to faithfulness by a reference to reverence for God could imply that faithfulness simply denotes the way David related to God. Yet the Old Testament allusion to faithfulness commonly concern relationships with human beings as well as with God, and this concern lost priority in David's personal life and in his leadership as years went on. Perhaps then the comment about faithfulness has to operate with a narrowed down understanding of what faithfulness means. David could claim to have lived this way in relation to God, but not in relation to other people. Or perhaps the comment can apply only to the early years of his reign. Or perhaps more solemnly, the poem's generic definition of leadership condemns David, appropriately without his recognizing it. He knows that leadership involves faithfulness. He has not faced the fact that he has failed in this connection. Further, we should assume that faithfulness applies to human relationships as well as relationships with God. Failure regarding faithfulness raises the question whether he can really claim to have lived in reverence for God. Because reverence for God also implies doing what God says in our relationships with other people, and David has not lived that way. Supposing a leader does fulfill God's vision by ruling in faithfulness and in reverence for God, that's when the sun and rain image comes in. In nature, growth depends on both sun and rain. The Hebrew references to brightness and rain are actually a bit obscure. But there is no doubt that David refers to both. And there's no doubt that growth in that nature requires both rain and sun. In Southern California, as in Israel, we can take sun for granted, and we would have to worry about rain if we didn't siphon it off from farther north. In Britain, we can take rain for granted, and we have to worry about sun. A decent harvest requires both. When you have both, then things flourish in a parallel way. David knows. When you have leadership that makes a priority out of faithfulness and reverence for God, the society flourishes. I just answered an email from a student about a paper she has to write. She wants to consider the kingship of Saul, David, and Solomon in light of the way Ezekiel 34 talks about good and bad shepherds. That is kings, and she wants then to think about this topic in light of the way we think about leadership in the church, taking the New Testament into account. I thought this was a great idea, but I said I hope that in reflection on the implications of the Old Testament for today, she wouldn't confine herself to thinking about leadership in the church. Saul, David, and Solomon were kings, and the image of shepherds in the Old Testament is an image for kings. So the significance of her study relates to our understanding of and our vision for political and government, as well as for leadership in the church. That's true of David's vision here, whether or not he fulfilled it. David continues to be ambiguous when he goes on to speak of the stability of his household. Is he claiming that he and his household have been stable in the way they relate to God? That is not the picture the story has been giving us. Or does he mean that they are stable in the sense that God will keep them secure on the throne? This could not be taken for granted, as the preceding chapters have shown. So it is significant that David links his household stability with the covenant God made with him. Given that David and his household are not very stable in their faithfulness and reverence for God, it is just as well that this covenant is more like God's covenant with Noah or Abraham than the covenant at Sinai or the covenant in Deuteronomy. That is, it's a commitment that God just decides to make. It's not a response God makes because David deserves it. As the covenant with the world after the flood and the covenant with Abraham were not based on anyone's deserving them. God's promise to David in 2 Samuel 7 made that explicit. God exalted David. God anointed David. David became the person Israel loved to tell stories about and sing songs about. God took the risk of giving up the option to be free to withdraw commitment to David. God's covenant commitment to David is one that his successors and his people as a whole will always be able to appeal to. Yes, his household will be stable. God will keep him on the throne. The ambiguity and irony continues until the last two lines of the poem. Sun and rain make good things grow. They also make thistles grow. These are not only useless, but harmful. The first time we went to Israel, I will never forget the way my young son and I got lots of little splinters in our hands from prickly pear cacti, which we had never seen before. So you don't touch them, David knows. All right, I need you to walk in quietly, my friend. You keep interrupting the reading. You just use something to gather them and burn them. The prickly parts, at least. That's what happens to people who manifest godless evil rather than faithfulness and reverence for God. The fact that God's covenant with David emerges from God's will rather than from David's attitude and action doesn't mean David's attitude and actions have no significance. God's covenantal commitment does require a response. You can't trust in God's graciousness in a way that suggests your response doesn't matter. All right, friend. That was a lot. We can start. Yeah, so this is the last poem from David and Samuel in the book of Samuel. So it's talking about how. You have anything you want to say before I explain? No? I'm still offline, yes. All right. All right, well, let's quickly recap and then you can play Elden Rings. All right, so he uses a really good which David and also John Goldingay talk about, is when you have sun, you could take for granted, and rain, you could take for granted. So here we take rain for granted, right? We get lots of rain. In Southern California, people take the sun for granted, where they get very little rain. For planting, what do you need? You need sun and rain, right? And so it's the thing is, it's like within leadership, you both need the commitment to Yahweh and actually Yahweh being committed to you. Once you recognize that, it becomes flourishing. And also it's commitment to the people. He actually says commitment to Yahweh and commitment to the people. They both go hand in hand. Pretty much that sums it up. All right. Start.
I'm sorry I was late. I thought that there was gonna be a long conversation about something that happened, but there ended up not being.
Okay.
Also sorry about the confusion.
That's fine. Yeah, that was. Ooh. Being aware of David's unfaithfulness and also Yahweh's commitment to him. And the fact that he still stayed like committed to Yahweh, even though doesn't screw up things. It's like it's interesting hand in hand. All right. I like the nurse. Yeah, I don't want luck. Since I'm going to be trying doing a curse run. All right, let's try this again. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I don't want curse until I get Definitely. That's something to work out. All right. So what are you guys always on? Team. And there's no such thing as kill steal, right? Right. And if you're actually hurting the other person, to say, hey, you're actually hurting me, and then it's your job to step back, okay? All right, go ahead. Okay, so I'm doing a gloom fight. Let's get infusion. Doesn't help me so much right now. Get some devil horns. Yeah. Why not? Opera GX. I don't think I've ever heard that. Sounds like I know there's the web browser. Oh, it's a gaming browser. I see. I see. What's your computer? What kind of what kind of computer are you using? Because that will make more of a difference. Chrome is sluggish. All right. Okay. Guess it'd be about, at that point, be about specs. Because if you have decent spec, especially if you're playing in Roblox, Roblox uses its own client. All right, let's do accessory. It's arcane. Okay. Whew. What a rough roll. Not bad for this guy. Evil. So that makes 22. There's no way I get all three. Find death is not too bad to have. Attack speed. Let's do it. Okay, one more evil point I need to get, then the rest will go into pop stuff. Oh. Okay. Okay, boss. Ooh. Why not? I should have done that. Ah. Ooh. My guy has no strength. Funny the Ooh, Chick-fil-A. Nice. My favorite. That's my wife's favorite place. They just he recently expanded to Oregon. Like, I mean recent, like probably the last 6 years. And everyone's like drooling, gnawing on the scene. Still think that story is so crazy cool how King Jesus brought your sister back to life. Don't do poison damage. I just start doing poison damage. We'll see. Mm. This is actually really good. You know, I don't have any decks. Purely on.
Yeah, you Aldex.
I have to pick this up. Oh. Yeah, they definitely have all the oh. Ooh. Oh, they have a Buster Blade. That makes me happy. This, you know, my guy's not fully optimal for this. Just, ooh. Should I go full crystal build? Nah. That was. Ah. Ooh. I am more than enough red. Yeah, this is not great. Ding.
Actually, if a booty my ability.
All right. Oh man. Ah.
Ain't nobody.
Whew. All right. All right. Right. Never be cursed. I guess I'm not doing a curse build. Oh. Whew. Wait, I swear I just fought one of you guys. What are you doing coming after me? Oh, I thought I was out of the way early enough. Oofers. right? Are you guys in the flexible brain space? Okay. What happens when the other one says I'm done? Right. All right. Go ahead.
And if anything, we can go to a public server. You pick who would I pick? You pick up. I'm good with Metal Bat now, so no. Win physics. It's wild psychic.
Oh, run in.
Well, I like that. Numbers. Ooh, suppression. Now 20% more damage. Oh, I need keys now.
Oh my god! Oh man. Oh, I'm being a silly goose all around. All right. What are you? Oof. See if I get the. I'm going for suppression. See if I get more. not? Right. Oh. Alright, I'm completely evil. We sell later.
Not.
After suppression build.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm playing games that are, you know, connected to Chrome, makes sense.
Ow.
Yeah, I need to. Oh, what are you talking about? I hate gaming. Can't say it with a straight face. Oh, darn it.
Okay, stop.
Oh, gives more. More suppression. Oh man. Oh. All right. Ooh. All right. We're going full dragon mode. I don't get the critical hit chance. Up every 5 I do get a guarantee crit.
Have you decided if you're okay with me staying later?
You can.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome. Yeah. Better. Illegal. Oh. I feel like art. Art is a very beautiful way to express things that are very hard to explain through, I don't know, through words. A hard time explaining my thoughts, and as I'm trying to explain my thoughts. All right, time for us to dip, friends. Yeah, if you go to chooseeaton.org, I gotta go take my Broham home, but yeah, if you go to chooseeaton.org, you'll find it. So I gotta get off. Game Legend, as always, you are a delight. I'll catch you later, friend. And Sierra, I'm out. Peace out. Name sounds familiar. I feel like I've came across you before, but out. See you, friends.